Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I'm going to be talking about Rebirth. Um, this is the first wave of Rebirth titles that came out this week, and I picked up three of the four. I didn't pick up Green Arrow, but I got Superman, Batman, and the Green Lanterns. So I just wanted to kind of talk about them and share my thoughts. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, Green Lanterns Rebirth. I loved this book. Um, it was great. I'm not I don't really know much about Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz. Out of the two, I would probably say I know Simon Baz a little bit better, um, but not by much because I started reading, Jeff Johns' New 52 run, and I got to learn a little bit about how Simon Baz became a Green Lantern. But other than that, I mean, I've kind of I kind of haven't been exposed to both these Green Lanterns. Um, I've been reading Green Lantern: Edge of Oblivion, but I don't think they're in there as well. I'm not too sure. Um, but this was really great because they focused on both those two characters. They kind of gave us a background story on both of them, and they're really bringing up this rookie cop type feel to this book, and um, it's kind of a work in progress. They're not veterans like Hal Jordan or John Stewart or Guy Gardner. They're new to this, and they're just trying to kind of balance their lives and what they deal with, and combine that with being protectors of Earth. And I thought it was really cool. I think they really did a good job of setting this up and also setting up the Red Lanterns, which I think is going to be really awesome. So definitely check this out if you're kind of into Green Lanterns or you want to check it out. I would suggest checking out at least the Rebirth issue to kind of gauge how how you how much you're looking forward to it. So yeah, really, this was so good. All right, Batman Rebirth. This is Scott Snyder, Tom King, Mikhail Janin, June Chung on the colors, and I thought this issue was pretty solid. There's a lot of Tom King in this issue, um, especially something with an avocado, which I don't really know. I don't know if I was supposed to get that or not. I really, I looked at it and I was just like, it had like two different references, and it just kind of flew over my head. Um, but other than that, I mean, I think they really set the groundwork for Tom King's Batman run, and I guess we're going to be introduced to Calendar Man. I guess that's the villain he's going to be working with, and I think that's a pretty good villain for Tom King to start out with. Kind of a low tier villain, I guess, in my opinion. But it's something that Tom King can actually kind of manipulate and make it its own. Um, and we also are introduced to, excuse me, we're introduced to Duke Thomas again. He was introduced in Scott Snyder's run, and I guess he's going to be playing a role. We really don't know if it's like a Robin role or not. Didn't really clarify. Again, most of this stuff was like teases to, what's coming up. Um, we also get a brief shot of the two characters um, that are in Gotham that I guess they're heroes. I'm not too sure. I know they were teased in like the Rebirth previews or something like that. It was on the cover. So we don't know much about them, but they just kind of show up for a little bit. Um, and yeah, I mean, pretty much it was a solid issue. I love Mikhail Janin's art, um, and I can't wait for him to have his turn on Batman because I know him and David Finch are rotating. I think David Finch is doing the first arc. If I'm not, if I'm, I hope I got that right. I don't know how they're rotating. Is it every 6 issues or something like that? I'm not too sure, but really, he does an awesome Bruce Wayne, and I can't wait to see Tom King take on Batman. It's awesome. I've been enjoying probably all his books. Most likely all his books, and yeah, it's definitely. I kind of can't wait to see how he you know takes Batman and kind of makes it his own. Because he definitely has a different voice than I think he has a different voice than Snyder, especially from the books I've read. It's just very, very meta, and you know, something I'm very looking forward to. I'm kind of happy that we have a different creator that's taking over the Batman title, even though Snyder's going to be doing another Batman title. But just for main Batman, excited to see Tom King, um, you know, take his talents to the Batman universe. So, all right. All right, Superman Rebirth. This is Peter Tomasi, Patrick Leeson, and Doug Mankey as the artist. And this is all about the pre 52 Superman. If you guys haven't heard, one of the big things that come out of the last Superman arc and Rebirth, the one shot, is that the new 52 Superman is gone. And this pre Flashpoint Superman is basically going to take over the mantle as Superman. Um, so there was a lot of going back in this issue. With this new 52 Superman being dead, he kind of thinks that, hey, if I died and went back and came back, maybe this one will. And he kind of has that notion throughout the issue up until the final part. And it was kind of cool to kind of him basically kind of giving a kind of his thoughts through that whole Doomsday fight, and how he felt that he was, for the first time, he was kind of thinking, I don't think I'm gonna beat this person. I have to give it all I got and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of explaining it in kind of a just, two sentences, but Peter Tomasi and Patrick Leeson did a good job with the dialogue of just explaining that and his emotions, all the while talking with Lana Lang, and just having both of them there, even though they're from two different universes. um, I still felt that connection, um, and that I hope Lana Lang, she's one of my favorite characters in the Superman universe, and I hope they kind of continue to, um, you know, have her in the series and have her be a big part. Um, Even though this new Superman has a family, um, I want their relationship, the Lana Lang Superman Clark relationship, to still be there. And there were some really emotional beats here, especially at the end, where they went back to Smallville. That was brilliant stuff, and I really hope, because I'm a big fan of the Batman Robin series with Patrick Leeson and Peter Tomasi. I hope they can kind of bring as much as that feel to, from that series, and bring it here, because you have the ingredients there, but it's just the way. We'll see how the story progresses, and you know, from this issue here, I feel like they're gonna really, put in some emotional scenes, especially with, his family, and especially if he meets some of the this new 52 universes characters, like the Jimmy Olsen, um, and this Lois Lane and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely, I would definitely recommend checking this out before, you know, to kind of gauge your interest on the Superman book. I feel like this Superman book is going to be in great hands with Patrick Leeson and Peter Tomasi. Um, so yeah, go ahead and check this out. So those are my thoughts this week on the Rebirth issues, that I picked up. I'm thinking about trying Green Arrow. I'm not too sure, but let me know in the comments down below if you guys any thoughts on these books here. Did you like them? You didn't like them? Let me know about Green Arrow. If you've read it, did you enjoy it? Because I'm kind of wanting to go all in on this DC Rebirth thing, but there's just so many good books in other places like Marvel and Image and stuff like that. So definitely share your thoughts down below. We'll definitely start a conversation, and I'll I'll try to do one next week as well. I know another batch of Rebirth issues are coming out. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.